Hey gang, I just ate some like whole wheat crackers with peanut butter in them, so I feel like Mr. Ed. My mouth is like mwah, mwah, mwah. I wanted to, do that so I wouldn't be rude on the old webcam. Oh man, look at this shirt. Oh, when the beat drops, Baby Yoda getting lost in the sauce. I like it. So, no promises on how productive we're going to be today. Hear me out. It's going to be productive. We're going to be productive, but we're going to dabble in some 3D, which I don't normally do on stream. I'm not great with 3D, so I don't like, going crazy with it and just trying to like balance and spin plates and all this live, because it can get frustrating. But I think we're gonna try to do it. I want to start implementing more 3D into my work. I think that's going to help not only shake out some of the fear of working from imagination. I think it'll be better if I work from imagination in 3D and then be able to paint over top of it, just so I know my stuff, will at least have some semblance of believability. Now, I don't want to be completely anchored and adhere to the reference the entire time. I'm just going to use it for more stuff like lighting. I think it's really critical to make sure, especially with card art, kind of what we're doing, to be as believable as possible, to get that nice fantasy vibe. It's one thing to have other artists work on the side like we do with the Greg Rukowski and the Randy Vargas, but being able to see what the computer thinks is correct in regards to depth and shadow and, color saturations, it's interesting because it just gives me another bit of information to be able to use. I do know that Paul Canavan likes to use 3D a lot. I say a lot, like, depends on what problem he needs to solve, right? And I kind of want to work in that same way. The pose of our druid is the thing throwing me for a loop right now. So what we have right here, and of course we still have our reference here, but this is where we got to yesterday. Pretty happy. Now, I did get some feedback from Anthony. We are going to make these shields larger, which I think is a good call, because what I need to be careful of, I thought about this as I was looking at it. I don't want this to look like two things. I don't want it to look like a little boy just bought a big Hulk hand and is like, yay! I don't want to look like that. And I also don't want it to look like he's wearing like high school play wings that he's like flapping around with. So I think the design of the shields is going to be pretty critical. Now, we do have some reference that another illustrator has made with this character with the big amber shield. So I'm going to highly reference that. In fact, I might even kind of turn that in my mind in 3D and redraw it just the way he had, because I like his design, I like his color usage, and it'll be consistent across the board, So I think there should be, that should help. But we're here now. The background I'll worry about later. Right now, I think I really need to lock in the design of our guy, of the druid, and also kind of work with these tree stumps a little better. Because right now it just looks like he's covered in moss. I really need to, the card's name is Take Root. I really need the tree trunks to take root inside of the ground. So we're also going to do some manipulation of the ground to make it look like it's rising up, like these trees just came out of the ground and like is grabbing onto his legs. Easier said than done, but that's where we're currently at right now. So what I did do, let me come back over to my 3D here. So let me go. Let me come over here. There we go. Okay, so now we're in DAZ. Okay, we are in DAZ 3D. This is a free to use 3D application. I also have Blender. The nice thing about this is you can export everything into Blender. So I have this model in here, and I'm going to try to mimic the pose. So what I'm actually going to do, select, copy, merged, and then I'm going to come over here and paste. So now we have my piece of art right here, and we're going to use PureRef. This is why I love PureRef so much, because now I'm in a completely different deal here, but we're still able to use our own reference to be able to pose this out, which I'm excited about. Really, I'm using this for the lighting, like the lighting around the neck, make sure the head is in the right position, make this seem a little more realistic. So let me so I'm still kind of learning my way around Daz. And like I said, I don't normally I do this after hours. I kind of mess around with this stuff. But I thought, hey, if we want to show the full process of making a card, let's go ahead and let's put this in here as well. Just to show that, you know, even if I'm somewhat skilled as a painter, I don't know jack about 3D. Let's see, let's do, we need, okay, left shoulder, okay. So, like, that can bend up and down. So that's their shoulders, front and back. Let me do that. Okay. And of course you can do hands as well, and like the grip and stuff of the hands. So basically what I'm going to try to do here is just mimic the pose that I have to the best of my ability within this process. And see, yes, stuff like the stretching of the pectoral, both the major and the minor, like as your arm swings out, it's like whenever you need a bigger chest, whenever you do weightlifting, doing flies is a really good exercise for that, because yeah, it hits both muscle groups and all that good stuff. So if we do something like that, and then like the bend is up and down, so this bend is here, something like this, and then let's twist this, because we want that. We want his forearm to bend out. There's that bend. There we go. Something like this. Okay. So if we just do head and neck. See, I also don't want it to feel really stilted, and that's the only danger with working with 3D. Everything feels very mannequin-y, very like blocky and, you know, robot-y, which is not kind of what I want. But as far as the lighting is concerned, this should help considerably. And then like if we have this, that, the side-to-side movement. Bend can come up, and then what you do that we need to twist. Side to side, maybe? Yeah. So then, like, bend here. Yeah, so something like that. Bend. And then maybe twist it. Foot, bend, side to side, and twist. Okay. Now see, he needs to actually be standing. So I wonder if... maybe here. Yeah, something like that. Maybe get him a little more stable. Right? And maybe here. Also, so kind of up, down. Okay. So yeah, definitely not super organic looking, but just a little something to... I think there's a way you can do stuff with a face as well. Don't need thigh. Okay, don't need that. Abdomen lower, abdomen upper. Right, collar, neck, head. Okay. So I wonder if... Oh, cool. So you can just mess with the scale anyway. I gotcha. So then if eyes, like... wonder, is there a thing for oh wait, and okay, so the see, there's a lot of cool things you can do within. There's a lot of things you can do within Daz, but I thought there was a way to do like an expression. Posing, cameras, lights, parameters. Waist, hands, chest, ears. Oh, so you can like do an elf thing. That's cool, because our guy actually is a druid. That's true. So we can bring those ears out a little bit. We're not gonna keep it probably, just because the way his ears are, they're a little more truncated as a triangle on the side of the head. Is cool. And then like something like this. I could have sworn there was like angry face type stuff, like things you can miss with the maybe it is with like mouth. Posing, head, brow compression, brow, cheeks. Okay, here we go. Oh yes, okay. So angry and all that stuff. Okay, cool. So let me. Okay. So like angry. Yeah. There you go. Oh, that's cool. That's really neat. That's really cool. Like all the yeah, that's rad. All right. So let's get. I don't look at the viewer. Corner forward back. Let's do. Open. Simple. So we have lip. Dude, there's a ton of control here. This is amazing. I hadn't used Daz in probably over a year. I just got it all updated and stuff today. Wow. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I wanted. And then nostrils. A little bigger. You can like raise and lower the tongue. That's crazy. Something like this. That's cool. So, wait, let me save. Okay, for Varia 1. I'm gonna save that. That way I can always come back to it and stuff. Now I think what we're gonna do is add some lights, because I want to see how the lights work. Because we're going to be doing that glow and that kind of tossed light, you know, the bounce light. I could go all crazy and do the full scene in 3D, open up Unreal, like do all that. But I think I just need the information for the body for our druid. Because, like, the 3D model is more of the swimmer's build, which is what we kind of want. Mine looks a little bodybuilder-ish, which is fine. It's just not the character. The character is more slender. So doing something like this. Actually, let me twist that back a little. I do like how easy this is. Normally I do stuff like this in like Source Filmmaker and Unity and Unreal based on what kind of like character you want. Like I have a lot of cyborg guys and stuff like that, and those are fun because you can pose it just like this. But yeah, using DAZ might become a new thing if I have to do humans. That. And now we're gonna mess with the lighting. So I think if the backlight, if we do a point light and it could be green, because we're gonna have all that ambience of green around us. And then around the arms, we do that bright red and see how it bounces. Like that. So I'm gonna move this over here so we can just start messing with it. So we are going to add a point light. Point light, backlight, woods 1. Okay, where are we at? Okay, right here. So point light, general. Where do we have like intensity and stuff? Parameters? Transform, display. Okay, yes. Light intensity. RG, so we want the green up. Yeah, we want this down. Shadow type. Point, okay, so width. Temperature, okay. Wait, can you not get super lighting there with point lights? Maybe not. Maybe point light isn't the right light that I need. There are spotlights. Oh, maybe a distant light. So hold on, let me come over here. Let me move that over. And then let me actually change this one to where the red value's up. Something like that. Because, I mean, the light's going to be actually, let's go where the light is emanating from. Yeah, so something like that. You see how it's hugging the forms of the arm and stuff? I think that's going to help us whenever we're going back in to start touching up some of this render. So I wonder, let me save that. Would it be a distant light? Sunlight. Sunlight. Woods. Is that? Okay, so yeah, that's more your atmospheric light. And then I bet if you rotate it... Yeah, I bet that's what it is. So let me see. X is that way. Y is up. Yay, I remembered my XY coordinates. Let's see what the Z rotation would be. Okay. It's like cast down. Then I can still do... Okay. Yeah. Something like this. Then I wonder if we can do this. And can we make a copy? Select, expand, collapse, or like duplicate it or something? Edit, duplicate. Haha, cool. Okay. So then this one's going to be closer to this arm. And then we might need a slight, like, kiss of light from... Let's see, is this a point light? Yeah. Green mounts. Green mounts. Okay. This is going to be in front because we do need some form of light. Yeah, something like this. So the thing is, he looks very sweaty because he's lit very directly. Then maybe let me do, I wonder, hip. No, don't need that. I need pelvis. Twist. And then maybe looking over, let me try the spotlight. Color slight green tint. So the nice thing about this is I don't necessarily need a render. Like, I don't need to fully render this. I just need to take snapshots and pictures. It still looks a little like... Here. Oh, I need... There we go. Then you can do that. Okay. I wonder if that is there just a quick way to like hide some of this view. Okay. So perspective view's fine. Cartoon shaded, wire shaded, smooth shaded, lit shaded. Yeah, texture shaded's fine. See, this is the part of DAZ I don't know anything about. Like, so we're gonna figure this out together. It's probably not the most riveting thing in the world, but figure it out. And see, the faster I learn this, the quicker we'll be able to go through this. So I wonder if I do a new camera. Camera 1, camera 1. Okay. So here's my camera. And then just do this. So I need to change the, here we go. Camera, perspective on. Lens. Sightline, focal point. Okay, let's go back to transforms here. Let me zoom out a little. Do that. Do that. So yeah, how do I change the aspect ratio? DAZ 3D, change viewport aspect ratio. Pick the editor tab. All right. Where's the editor tab? I told you, when I'm like a full-on newbie, I'm a full-on newbie, man. Then general, then change the dimension. Okay. Oh, so maybe light surfaces, posing, shaping, parameters, render settings. Let's see. No, environment, no. Let's see. Okay. Browser format, products. What am I looking for? File, database. File? I know I'm gonna feel like a doofus, but I literally cannot find what you're talking about. If editor tab in general, then change the dimension preset to something else. Oh, maybe is it on render? Render settings, render mode. Optimization. Oh, is it here? Eh. Yes. Okay. So what was it? It was 33 by 25. Yes. Cool. Then if we bring this here, we can kind of mimic the distance. Oh. Let's do this. There we go. So something like this. And really, this is honestly just to get the lighting for his arms, his torso, like his chest. That's really it. Okay. Wonder if there has to be a way just to hide the icons for this stuff, because all I would need to do is full screen this and take a picture. I don't even need to render this out, because rendering will take a while. New window. Here, let's go ahead. Select third person. Let's go to shaping. Let's go to actor. give him a little more muscle. The details are all there. Here we go, let's see. Something like that. So we got it fairly close. I'm feeling good about that. Enough to be able to get it in now. How do we find out how to hide all of our stuff? Okay. This. Tool, active pose tool, scale, okay, rotate, all that fun stuff. What is this? No. So I could render, but it's going to eat my CPU. How do I just hide the stuff? Cube view controls. Show aspect frame. Oh, that's actually pretty helpful. Do you have to render it out? Hold on. I'm going to search this up. This 3D removing... What would it be called? Widgets? Or hiding. Hiding... 3D tools in viewport. Like, because I want to have all this stuff here, because if I hide it, then it goes away. Selectable. icon in viewport. Okay. It's called visible in viewport. Let's see. Let's see. Parameters. Display. Oh, here we go. Bam. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Want to get rid of that. Want to get rid of that. There we go. Cool. Okay, so we have this, and then we can go into full, right? Full screen view. First, let me get the snipping tool open. Okay. And if we go into... Perfect. That's what we need. Because, yeah, we don't need to render it. Because I don't need super highly detailed stuff. Not for this one. So we're going to new. And there. Cool. All right, we got it. Thanks, Daz. Maybe if I maybe shift F11 again. Yep. There we go. Cool. All right. Nice. So we got that. Let me save. Cool. All right. Now we can kick back over. There we go. Here. And then we got this right here. Copy. Paste. Perfect. Perfect. So this will at least get us somewhat started on okay. So first things first. And see, we were kind of on the right track with the shapes and stuff. It's just, I needed something a little more direct to be able to reference, to be able to make it feel a little better. And see, we'll take that red. And just start manipulating some of these colors and stuff here. So now I'm just kind of coming through these forms that I'm noticing and correcting some of the shapes and the angles and things like that that I could see maybe that could cause some issues a little later. And also kind of putting a little bit more form on some of these shapes. Just coming in and doing a slightly higher render now, and then yeah, we can actually come in and see stuff like get just some of those facial features, make it a little more believable. Yeah, it's funny, we were kind of on with our nose stuff. Like, I'm always pretty relieved whenever I see that some of my just basic from imagination stuff matches fairly close to having some sort of reference. It means my visual library, my ability to recall basic shapes and forms and stuff is better now than it was in the past, which is always good. That's a good place to be as an artist. You want that visual library to be as strong as possible. I still have tons of work to do to make sure mine is where it needs to be, but it's always good to see those little small victories, you know? Actually fine. Maybe just kind of smooth some of this stuff out though. So kind of pushing that more towards render, and then I can even take some of this and, you know, doing with things like that. That's good. Yeah. Really, I think I should just do this and kind of make my way down the body, you know? Just refining shapes and doing adjustments as we go down. Because the background's going to be fun. You can get away with a lot in the background because it's going to be slightly out of focus. So we can get really fun and painterly and stuff there. This is just more about actually making sure that our anatomy matches somewhat. And then we'll have the fun part of finding a way to make the trees. We'll follow the forms that we have here, but make it tree bark like, which is going to be fun. See, and it looks like I need to make I need to pull a little bit of this value in. So let's do that. I can always come back later and adjust this, which I will, but looks like I need to darken up some of this to really start showing more forms. So like, like that doesn't get super dark. Actually, it lightens up a little bit in the old cleavage there. Let's see. See, and that's a tricky thing. I wonder if I should just get rid of all the foliage and stuff and just do the anatomy part and then just build the leaves and stuff on top of that. Or if I can just keep some of the noise that we already have from the foliage right now and just kind of start working things around it and into it. And I mean, we're gonna end up at the same place probably, but one might just be easier than the other. Light coming up. Just don't want them to look greasy, you know? Like, change the directions and stuff of the legs, but I'm not too worried about that. I can just select them and drag them and reposition them and stuff. So I will say that angle that I got on that arm isn't quite the same angle I have here. I wonder if I should mimic more of how his hand is coming out. Maybe so. It's looking a little better. And yeah, I wonder if I should. Let's see. Oh. If I do this, edit, copy merged, edit, paste. Now I have a copy of this. I can start manipulating. So if that's like this. Then get that brush right here, select back here. So other stuff, like right here. Okay. So we got that. Okay. Then we have merged. foreshorten that a little bit. Yeah. Merge down. Cool. Gonna save there. And then do a little bit more of the body stuff, a little bit more of this body render. Then we can start on the tree stumps. So if this is coming down here, okay. And then this is good. Kind of show. Okay. Yeah, this is starting to feel more full, so I'm glad we did the 3D pass. Okay. Let's see. Really, I think it's going to be more tricky to find good tree reference now. This is where I need to like level up and learn how to model in 3D instead of just posing stuff and lighting it. I need to like learn how to just make stuff. How cool would that be to just be able to sculpt this out and then like paint over it, you know? Pretty dope. Probably need to do is find some actual full-on like tree textures real quick and like lay them in. Then I can use that information to start. Really bringing this thing to life. Well, first, before we do that, let me go ahead and elongate the shields, because that was actually our one piece of feedback from Anthony. Just to make sure that we get it going. And let me bring up Pure Ref. Okay, all right. View image. So Anthony's bit of feedback, and I'll actually read it to you guys, and then I'll show you what he kind of drew over. Let's go back. All right. One comment is, I think we should increase the size of the amber shields a bit. We want to make sure they read as protective amber shields, not as amber punching weapons, which is a great point. I think by extending the bottoms of the shields down a bit to show that they cover a longer portion of the body, that would work. And then this was his paint over, and I think I get it, because his we're gonna mimic the look of an actual like Link's shield for Legend of Zelda, and I think that's a good call. So let me do that real quick, and the way we're gonna do that is we are going to get us let's get us a nice texture brush here. And the cool thing is, this will actually let this emanate a little more light. So as we go to final, and as we start really fully rendering out light and all that good stuff, this will allow us to really hone in on that, you know. So we have something like that. Kind of mimic that style. Shield there. Well, maybe if I cut in there And then here we can sort of a little less in. And then so we just get multiple shields, make it look a little more shieldy. Kira Mira Illustration, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate you very much. Yeah, we're kind of coming through here and finalizing a design before we come in and just finish this card piece off. So we're quite a ways away from final, but I think a lot of good things are happening here. Feeling a little bit more comfortable with just the whole get up right now. Let me get some of that red. And of course we're gonna come and make sure this is nuanced and looks correct. But set this in. I will come in and refine the fist. What I may even do is just play a little bit with depth of field. I might go in and blur out some of this and do some cool kind of post-processing stuff. That's something I haven't done in a whole lot of my other cards, is post-processing, but I think with this one we're going to hit that up a little bit. Wife is texting me. We might have chili cheese fries for dinner. Yeah. All right. And I need more. I feel like I need more nature coming up out of this, but I think we're gonna do kind of one thing at a time. You know, one thing at a time. I come over here and I airbrush and I pick this and I do a 20%, or no, a 10%. Let's do that, and then kind of bring that in. See that? Same thing over here. So see, now once you add that atmosphere in there, it pushes the rest of the leg back. You know, and I mean, if the card's going to be at this size, roughly, maybe this size, with the actual art, we want to make sure that it reads okay, at least the shapes do. So yeah, this is starting to look more like some nature. But I do think our next thing is to get in those real tree textures, and so I think we're good there. So yeah, I know a majority of this time was spent working on the 3D, but I think that's good. So I do feel better about, like, it's still not correct, it's still not absolutely right, but I think a lot of the forms we're gonna get whenever we do the final lighting passes, to make sure that our values are set. Because I mean, if we look at our values right now, they're kind of all over the place. Like, of course this has the highest contrast because we want this to be the focal point. But like the shadow of the tree stumps coming over, kind of wrapping around, you know, the shield is kind of getting lost a little bit, but that's okay for this back one. That back one's fine, because the thing that we're really going to use to differentiate it is going to be color. Because see how the color of green and red, they pop? Because that's sort of your triadic deal. You got some blues back there, you got green and you got red. So all of those are going to pop next to each other. So you don't always need value. Don't always need value in regards to getting good good value, or you don't always need value in order to get good contrast. You can use color, you can use other things like that. So I think this one's going to be fun because we're going to be trying some different methods that we're kind of not as used to. So we have, because if you look at Randy Vargas's stuff, once again, if we do like, then if we go to like canvas grayscale, a lot of these are similar. He's very heavy in the midtones, and then some very small hints of darker darks, but you can still see the shapes of the leaves and stuff here. He very much still has some cool lighting on. And that's the type of thing that we're going to take forward. And the same thing for the tree stuff. You can see all that texture and stuff here. That is what we're going to do as well. Yeah, and same thing here. So you notice these values of the sky and the trees and stuff are fairly similar, but then whenever you turn off grayscale, they really pop because this is a richer green while this is a richer blue. But yeah, so I think we're at a decent point now. I'm actually gonna head off here. I might stream a little more tonight. It's just you know, wife's coming home and gotta feed the family, so gonna prep some stuff to eat. But I hope you're seeing this come together. I'm excited about this one. I'm still nervous. I have a lot of work to do, and some of that work is gonna be kind of difficult, but you know, good challenge, you know what I mean? But let me cut over here. Boom, boom. So yeah, thank you so much, Kiramira Illustration, for that follow. Appreciate you a lot. And we will be back maybe a little bit later tonight as well, because I want to, I'm in that mode, I'm in that zone. I want to get in and start figuring stuff out, start really making this come alive. But that's it for this installment. I will have a new YouTube video up tomorrow about creativity and originality, and even that there NFT, non-fungible token crypto art drama going on. But until then, we'll see you soon. Peace.